So it's not really cold outside, but I've decided to play pretend. Welcome to the first ever That System Era Christmas Fest. My name's Sami, and I will be your Christmas real estate elf for the evening. I put Christmas lights in my hair. I hope you can still see that when I'm standing back there. But just in case, I recently got a green screen and I'm not afraid to use it. So what we're doing today is we're touring some Christmas builds that I've made in The Sims 2 over the years. Because the end of the year is stressful and I don't know if I have another project in me. So we're looking at stuff that I've already made. Making builds in The Sims 2 is, I would say, a skill of mine, and also the closest I will ever get to making fully digital art. So now, back when EA still gave a fuck about games, they allowed you to make your own custom neighborhoods in a Sims game. I make use of that feature quite a lot. So this is Christmas Town. It is of course adjacent to Halloween Town, which has been my digital safe space for the last couple months. Now it's winter, so we're moving on to this neighborhood. Weather forecast is snowy all the time. Of course, at the top of that hill lives the lovely Claus family, consisting of Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus. But at the heart of it is what I have called a German name because I think it sounds better, but in English it would be something along the lines of Present Park or Spot, which I don't feel is as elegant, but let's check it out nonetheless. You enter through the candy canes, of course. Given the theme of this neighborhood, I have littered it with Christmas trees. Stacked a couple of those to make this gigantic Christmas tree for this place specifically. Eventually, the city is planning to display a bunch of presents at the foot of it, and then every kid from town can get one. But we're not that far ahead yet. It's a work in progress. Let's look at some finished features of this place maybe. If I may direct your attention over to the carousel. I am not sure if I used any custom content for that. Maybe those Art Deco pieces are from the Sims 2 store, so that might count. Other than that, I think it's mostly just in-game items that came together really nicely. And instead of prancing ponies, of course, we have light-up Rudolphs. Step right on board, catch a ride on one of the reindeers anytime. Theoretically, this is all make-believe and it does not actually work, but it looks pretty. And that's the point. And over to the other side, the ice rink, all decked out for the season. Of course, with an additional Christmas tree in the middle that you can skate around, ideally. Not into it, around. From what I hear, the town is still planning on adding Christmas market booths in the back, which will eventually offer things such as pancakes and hot cocoa. Still under construction though. We're working on it. And here we have one of our new prototype phone booths. For some reason it is mandatory in the city that every lot has one, but they do not go with the Christmas color scheme. So we're working on making them blend into the environment a bit more by making them look like a stereotypical London red phone box. And then this is how you can call yourself a taxi to get back home. Very advanced technology. Now before we move on to any of the other houses, let's check up on Mr. and Mrs. Claus and see what they're doing maybe. Yes, I do realize there's an E at the end of Claus. That's because they're deliberately, and this was absolutely not a typo, named after the lovely Tim Allen Christmas movie series. If anybody knows how to easily fix Sims last names without downloading a bunch of mods, I would maybe find a use for it. I can't imagine one right now off the top of my head, but maybe. Oh, looks like they're about to play some mahjong. And now their tree's on fire. Oh, jolly. Guys, maybe one of you stop panicking and put out the fire. Oh, and here comes Games Club guy to enroll them into the club, presumably. Now we're all freaking out. Okay. I love The Sims 2. Let's maybe move on and check back on them later. Across the street from Santa's low resolution house is the sleigh runway. Of course, in the shape of a Christmas tree. If you had a childhood in any shape or form similar to mine, you will know exactly where I got inspiration for that one from. And we have all the reindeer right here, lined up, ready to go anytime. Hello, guys. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen. Nobody ever talks about you in isolation, and I Don't think that's fair. Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and of course Rudolph at the front. Don't mind the fact that they all look the exact same and all have a red nose. That's just the limitations of a 2008 video game that I should not still be playing. Mind your own business. Right, I'm dropping the real estate thing for a second because look at this fucking sleigh. I am really proud of that. I built it entirely out of in-game items. I don't think there's any custom content in that one. And I personally think it looks really convincing. Also, it's functional because you can actually sit on it. I don't know that I'm actually allowed up here. We should probably get going. Let's check in on what's eventually going to be developed into the elf neighborhood. Now, if you're a fan of the aggressively Christmassy style, this is going to be the neighborhood for you. You are required to be an elf working for Santa, though. It's going to be a lovely street full of Christmas-shaped housing. So far, we've got this lovely candy cane estate. The next door property is actually already done as well, as you can see in the shape of a Christmas tree. Maybe we'll tour that next year. A rather curious structure, complete with a candy cane lit walkway leading right up to the front door. You're probably gonna notice a theme upon entering the inside as well. Can you guess what the theme is? I feel like a children's presenter, or like I'm on Blue's Clues or something. And like there's a big fuck off candy cane right here looming over me the whole time. And I'm just breaking the fourth wall going, can you see a candy cane anywhere? And then I pretend to look around, but like only in this general direction. I see why they do this, it's really fun. I don't think it's for the children. It's just a bunch of adults playing the hardest try not to laugh challenge with each other. Now that we're inside, I can take this off. The living room, very on theme, as is the rest of the house, including the kitchen, dining, of course, and the twin bedroom. There's also a little office at the very top, which I cannot get a good angle of in this game for the life of me. But it's good that that room is there because it's the only access to the bathroom. In the very last tip, I don't know, of the candy cane. So now there's this lovely feature of spiral stairs in the bathroom. Always have to go up the entirety of the stairs, which for some curious reason wrap around the outside of the house and then enter the office and then go down the stairs into the bathroom. The only bathroom on the entire estate. But hey, from what I hear, compared to what a similar amount of simoleons can probably get you in New York, this is a Barbie Malibu dream house. They're digital Sims 2 elves. It's not like they have rights. The biggest build in this neighborhood so far, and I'm still actively... Correction, the city is still actively working on it. I was gonna try and sound like a stereotypical real estate agent at different points throughout this video here. Can you tell? I haven't really toured many houses because I don't have that kind of simoleons. Notice the grand exterior. All gingerbread, of course, with some chocolate details right atop these dormers. And of course, the highlight, the candy cane chimney. This is the lovely entrance with waffle-inspired siding and this archway leading into the rest of the house. You can see the stairs behind me. Every generation has their own pastel color theme, which you will be able to see in the rooms. Some parts are a little empty, but full of potential. Potential feels like a very good real estate agent word. I imagine it's code for, I know this is dog shit, and I know fixing this is gonna cost you a lot of nerves and money, but I also know that you're desperate, and my boss told me to style it out, so potential it is. Through the arch and past the stairs, we arrive at the dining nook, which is for some reason fully styled out, and there's even a centerpiece on the table, even though the rest of the house is still completely bare. So that's a fun feature. Adjacent to that, the kitchen, of course, which you can tell by the sweets on the floor that I'm I'm sure Grandma put there. Might have been Krampus, I don't know. And the last room on the ground floor is of course the living room, which is still pretty bare bones, but for some reason we already have a couch and a fully decorated Christmas tree. Priorities, I guess. Now up the stairs we find ourselves on this lovely landing and a very spacious, bright hallway with, of course, you guessed it, another Christmas tree and this lovely sitting nook back here to relax, perhaps read a Christmassy book. Opposite that is the purple room for the grandparents, the blue room, which is going to be one of the children's bedrooms, and at the other end of the hallway is the pink parents' bedroom with, of course, access to its own ensuite bathroom and a nursery. A lovely view of the backyard from the crib. This next one is a personal favorite here on this row of tiny houses. Nestled right in between the blue and the green one is, of course, the red one. Let's have a look inside, shall we? We're met with a teeny tiny entrance, probably the tiniest one we will find ourselves in today. The bathroom is literally right there through the only door in the house, but more interestingly, walking around the corner, we enter the kitchen. Peak grandmother vibes. Also, personally, love the pattern on the wall. This whole entire house, in style and in patterns mostly, is vaguely Norwegian inspired. I mean, I did my best with the limited knowledge that I have and the even more limited in-game items, but I think it's not nothing. Now if we go up this ladder, the bedroom, of course. Fireplace in the corner, keeping the whole house warm and cozy, I hope. And speaking of cozy, this is my favorite bed thing I ever did. And I wanted so bad in real life. Basically a combination of every item in the game with a similar wood texture, fences, beams, archways, shelves, to create this built-in bed look with a bookshelf on either end. Tell me you wouldn't sleep like a baby in here. But remember that you're not allowed to lie on Christmas. Let's check back in on the clauses. Still on fire. Okay, this is fine. Accurate representation of how Christmas time makes me feel as an adult. I'll see you guys next year, maybe. Merry Christmas! How'd you like the tour? Be honest. Because I need to know if it's worth doing again. I had fun up to this point. I don't know yet how well this green screen thing is gonna go in the editing process. But I'm sure if I do this again, there will be both more stuff to show you and also a lot of technical improvements along the way. I'll probably find other cool ways to use this. It's very much a new thing I'm learning. So from all of us here at that System Era Real Estate Agency Bureau Christmas Town Department, me. All of us are me. Merry Christmas or whatever. Goodbye.